everybody. It's your old friend Larry, and I'm back with another episode of Larry Visits, the Storytime edition. So, stick with me for a little bit. Comment below after the video if you like the story, if you enjoyed it. I enjoyed writing it. This is about Winslow, Arizona, and Mabel's Moonlight Cafe. So hang with me for about 5 or 6 minutes and let's get started. Winslow, Arizona has always been a haven to truckers. A small town straddling the great Route 66. Back in the 1970s, it was a bustling pit stop with truckers pulling in day and night to relax, refuel, and swap stories with other fellow drivers. At Mabel's Moonlight Cafe. Mabel, the owner, had wild curls and a warm smile that would make you feel at home. Her blueberry pie was legendary, rumored to be more than just a tasty dessert. Truckers whispered that Mabel's pie had a touch of magic, enough to bring good luck to the weary road warriors who needed it the most. One autumn night, a driver named Pete rolled into town. And he was a big man. He stood about 6'7", weighed about 240 pounds, with a thick beard and a heart full of worries, as most truckers do. Pete had been on the road for days, hauling a fresh chicken to Los Angeles, but he was running behind. Pete climbed down out of his 81 Kenworth K100. Yeah, we have a cab over in here for all my cab over lovers. He climbed down out of the cab, mumbling under his breath, "Dang truck is gonna make me go broke." Pete limped across the parking lot and opened the door to the cafe. The smell of fresh coffee and bacon frying sent his nose in the steak. Pete limped past a couple of drivers who were talking about whose truck was better. Sliding into a corner booth, Mabel walked over, said, "Good evening, hon. What are we having?" "A bad day and a long day," Pete bellowed. "Oh," Mabel said, pouring him a cup of coffee. "I swear my truck has a mind of its own sometimes. I'm on a deadline to get these chickens to Los Angeles, and if I'm late, I might lose my biggest account, and probably the rest of my sanity." Mabel walked back with a heaping slice of her blueberry pie. "Here you go, sugar," she said with a smile. It kind of made Pete kind of smile back. "Heard about this pie over the CB," he said. "Wasn't sure till just now. People say it's magic." "Well, only if you believe," Mabel laughed. Mabel refilled his coffee and said, "I hope you enjoy." Despite his hesitation, he grabbed his fork and took a bite. The flaky crust of the blueberries, "My goodness," he smiled. And all of a sudden, the lights flickered on and off and shimmered like heat waves off the desert floor. For a split second, everything slowed down, and snapped back to normal, just like that. "Whoa," Pete yelled. Did you see that?" Pete asked a driver sitting in the booth in front. When Pete finished his pie, he got back up, paid his bill. "Time to get this load down to LA." He limped outside, back to his truck. But as he was walking back to his truck, he noticed his headlights. They were a little more brighter than usual, or brighter than what they've ever been. Climbing in the cab, the truck roared to life. And just like that, it sounded just like when it was new. And when he pulled back on the highway, it felt like the trailer wasn't even attached to him anymore. The next several hundred miles just flew by, passing everything in sight. Even the California inspection station paid no attention to him. By dawn, Pete pulled into the dock in LA with minutes to spare. Never thought you'd show up, or you would make it on time, the dock supervisor said, tapping his watch. And from that moment on, Pete became a regular at Mabel's Moonlight Diner. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I like making these videos. If you can, give me a comment below, like and subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. Remember, coffee strong, roads empty, get 'em done.